D-line looks about
a new
the same.
record today by 22. Still counts though.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame lounge.
Let's go!
Eric, is that Nuggets are on a 5-game winning streak energy?
No, it's very cold outside.
It is very cold.
And it's difficult to conjure energy. But the Nuggets game will do like
Well, I have supreme energy.
I have great energy, too. I'm feeling great, man.
I'm feeling great. Jokic's about to be named Player of the Month, I believe. If he gets stiff for this one, I swear to God. I can't be responsible.
What
for
are you
my
going to
actions.
do if he doesn't get Player of the
I'm
Month?
going to throw a fit on the internet.
Okay.
oh man.
I'm going to really get on Twitter and fire off some tweets. That'll show Adam.
I hope
Silver.
that doesn't happen.
Commissioner, I'm coming for you. We got a good show for you today. We're going to talk about what on earth could Jokic possibly do for an encore in February. Dunk contest participants are out. Also, sophomore G League challenge now.
Oh,
The
no,
Clorox.
it's the Clorox Rising Stars game, Adam.
Hell yeah.
Please refer to the proper corporate sponsor.
Kids, why don't you respect corporate sponsorship in
Yeah.
sports?
Man, I almost went on a real tangent here that nobody would care about but us. But the Clorox, very bad partner. They better be paying an enormous amount of money for the NBA. But anyway, we're going to also be getting into some bets. Superstar Dev's going to make us some money. I got Harrison Wind in the house.
I think we should be sponsoring the Rising Stars game.
I know,
The
right?
DNVR Rising
The
Stars
DNVR
Challenge.
Slam Dunk Contest is what we should sponsor.
Featuring not Bones Hyland. I got D-Line over here.
I think it should be the DNBA Rising Star Challenge. Like,
that's
screw the rest of this
definitely
DNVR
Yeah.
nonsense.
Is it
Like,
the Jokic logo?
The DNVR
Yes.
Nuggets Rising Stars Challenge.
I love it. I got Superstar Dev in the house.
I'm so excited for this game. I honestly am. I just feel like there's just a lot to play for, and also
my guy.
I think there's something to the Jokic versus Karl Anthony Towns thing. I just really
Of course there is. I honestly, it might be his biggest rival in terms of like guys that get him sort of like, I got to bring it tonight. Might be Towns.
Yeah, because Towns cares the most himself.
Of course.
He was also the original rival, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yusuf Nurkic was also in some
Right.
ways the original rival. But let's get into some game notes. So here the Nuggets are on a 5-game winning streak. They're in Minnesota. I'm going to spoil the top. Oh, I'll let you do it. Is Jokic in? Do we
wanna
know?
do it?
No,
I want to give you the
I wanna
honors.
see what
I want to
the-
give you the honors.
Jokic is in. He's in.
He's in.
You guys, seriously though, I went from like he needs to sit out 2 games, if not 3, on this road trip.
We
to now,
always do this before every single road trip.
I don't want him to get hurt. Okay, knock on wood. I don't want him to get hurt, but I do want him to play every game. Like when the game shows up, I'm like, just please play.
Right.
Please play tonight.
Right. But don't we do this before every road trip?
Of
We
course.
map it out. And we're like, okay, this back-to-back, he should rest.
Yeah.
Also, he should rest here.
Dude.
And then he just plays every game.
Dude,
Every
this is
single
like
one.
when you talk about your NFL franchise. You're like, listen, it's going to be 3 bad years of development. Is fine. Then every game they're like, fire him. Yeah. You can't do it. So like you're like, we got to rest Jokic, and then the game comes. You're like, I don't want to watch a game with the Jokic isn't playing.
So
I
true.
know.
If he's not playing, it's like
Like, what the hell
20%
is
is
this?
fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in, guys. He's in tonight.
He is in. DeMarcus Cousins is out, though.
Okay.
He is out. I'm a little concerned about DeMarcus Cousins' durability, especially if the Nuggets want to sign him for the rest of the year. It's a little concerning to me, but
In that he has missed now 20% of his 10-day contract.
right.
it's
Right.
a little bit weird.
Also, if you know that you have that type of opportunity and you really know that you have a guy that's backing you in Malone, you kind of like you have to fight through those type of moments just to try to prove yourself. Like, who knows if it's your last crack at it? So it is worrisome.
I will say this though, to that point, Dev. I wonder if the team has assurances to him, or you know what it is
Sure.
that, because if you're on a 10-day, I agree with you. He's probably like, no, I can go. I'm a little hobbled.
Yeah.
But if they're like, hey man, we're signing you to another one, don't worry about it. He's like, all right, I'll sit out. Yeah,
They're like,
cool.
DeMarcus, we need somebody out there to be a big guy that misses 3-pointers. He's like, I got you, bro.
Got you, man.
No
you're-
one can do it
yeah.
like I can.
You're totally right. But like, if he's missing, like D-Line said, 20% of the games, like you need a reliable option there. But
No.
we'll see.
Can I also just mention really quick that today on DNVR Bets, our gambling show, where we focus on Denver sports betting, very good show, Eric filled in, and he reported that Nikola Jokic was questionable with COVID.
Yeah.
Tovin.
I just wanted to get that one in there because I thought it was really good.
Yeah. We were talking about how we missed
Is
a lot
that the
of
new strain?
we missed a
Tovin?
lot of he strained it, yes. We missed a lot of time from the Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid battles with Jokic due to injury and COVID. And I said, well, tonight we're going to miss it due to COVID.
Yeah, he's
It's a
playing
dumb
through
joke,
the Tovin. Shouldering on. Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell's out. So is Josh Okogie. Pat Beverly is in. He is in. Went 3 of 7 from 3 against the Nuggets back on December 15th when Minnesota did not miss a 3 in an entire NBA game. Set a new record that night.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Anthony Edwards was
10 threes.
so stupid that game.
Nah.
Remember that? We had to come on
unbelievable.
afterwards and be like, what happened? We're like, Anthony Edwards hit every 3 he ever
Yeah.
shot in his entire life. I don't know.
Nuggets can't give him life though today. That's the thing I'm wondering. Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing: Denver's
True.
in a different place than they were at that last time they matched up. I know it was only a couple weeks ago, but they really are. They've got a rhythm. I feel like they have a confidence to them, and I think they might. Tonight is a game I want to see. Do they have an edge to them?
Sure.
Because they've won some games, but do they have an edge tonight? You have an edge. I think you win.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of edges that are actually like built in for the game. Like you have the winning streak to go off of. You have last game like taste in your mouth because really that was like a perfect game for Minnesota. It wasn't like the Nuggets played bad. They got outplayed. And then also you just have like that Karl Anthony Towns versus Jokic. I really think that's a big one. So I think there's an edge that the Nuggets will come out with.
Yeah. Here's some stats. Mike Malone rattled off in the pregame. Nuggets are 13-5 since Christmas. They have the number 1 assist percentage in the league, the number 1 offense. He's been loving just the quality of threes that Denver's been generating as of late. And, yeah, it's translated into the number 1 offense in the NBA since Christmas.
And he was really talking about, Denver earlier in the year when they just couldn't make anything. Talking about, hey, we're getting open shots. We trust the shots we're getting. Is it just a cold spell? Malone at least believes that there's some regression to the mean going on right now in a positive direction, which is, now you're starting to see it. So maybe that's the case, but I will say the assist numbers, I've been talking about this, through the roof, man.
Through the roof. Malone talking really highly of Minnesota. I get the feeling he really likes a lot of guys on the Timberwolves. He goes, they're young, they're exciting, they're on the verge of doing something special.
Yeah.
And then he says he's not surprised at all by Jared Vanderbilt's ascension. He just didn't really have an opportunity to play in Denver, which is true.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was buried on the depth chart here.
I'm surprised he thinks losing a game to the Nuggets is so special. They are on the verge of doing something so special to them.
Starters, I have not seen it come across, but I assume it's the regulars. Yeah, should be a fun one.
All right, it should be a fun one, man. I am excited for it. I don't feel the pressure that Denver has to win this one, but man, if they do tomorrow, not to get ahead of ourselves, but tomorrow, Donovan Mitchell out, Rudy Gobert out, Joe Ingles out for the year, obviously with the ACL, maybe out for 2 years at this point, out. So that Jazz game tomorrow is looking a lot more winnable. So now you look at it, you never want to get ahead of yourself. 4-0 on this road trip, 5 in a row. Can you extend it? Can you start getting things going? I mean, what's the longest? We did this the other day. What's the longest streak in the Jokic era? I think it's only like 8 or 9 games.
Well, they had the 8 last year.
I think it was
right?
8. I think
Yeah.
8 might be the longest streak ever. So you're sitting here right now at a 5-game win streak, and you think, hey, man, anything is possible. It's attainable. Get this thing going, and that's how seasons really change. You look at the Memphis Grizzlies, who are in the 3 seed. Why are they there? They had that 11-game win streak or 12-game win streak going. That's the difference. You get a win streak going. The Nuggets, when they set a record 57 wins, what was it, 20-something game home winning streak that they had? Like that's how you get it. Is you have these long extended win streaks, and Denver has an opportunity to get rolling. And by the way, win streaks also just bump your confidence up, man.
Absolutely.
So much. So that's why.
Here's the other thing. If the Nuggets win tonight and they win tomorrow, they're going to be in 4th in the West. 4th in the West.
That's insane.
If you would have
Home
told
court.
me that like a month or two ago, I would have thought you're crazy.
Well, that's good. It all starts with tonight, or I guess I should say it continues along. Guys, I don't know if you were paying attention last month. Nikola Jokic had a pretty good one. He had a pretty good month. We believe he will be player of the month. You could throw out all the statistics. 26 point. I've internalized these. 26.6 points per game, 13.3 rebounds per game, 9.0 assists per game. The number that stands out to me the most of all of those, 70% true shooting. True shooting is where you factor in how many points per shot with the value of free throws and, of course, threes being worth more than twos. So it tells you, like, adjust for shot difficulty and just efficiency. 70%, that number is like prime Shaq when he was only dunking and shooting, getting to the foul line. Like
when he was missing 30% of his dunks.
Yeah, exactly. It was exactly where it's just like it's only dunks. If you look at guys that will have for a month 70% true shooting, it'll be guys like Rudy Gobert, whose shot chart is literally the restricted area. Like it just never takes a single shot that is not outside of that area. Jokic is taking threes. He's taking elbow jumpers. His usage is through the roof. He's
also
numbers.
getting double and triple teamed every single play.
The fact that he had a 70%, like Jokic is already one of the more efficient volume scorers in NBA history. But him having a uniquely efficient month is just something else. So now I asked Dev, how the hell does he follow up February? What do you expect for him in February? Is he on in this upward trend, or was that a little bit of a hot month? Don't expect it again.
I think that he is still increasing, and he's going to do even better this month because he's going to average a triple-double. I think that he's just in a rhythm. He's in a zone right now. I think he started out last month with just the assist, just being down for a bit, and then he actually bolted those up. But now the ball is popping.
Yeah.
The offense is actually flowing, and guys are making shots, so the assist is going to be there. We already know what type of scorer he is, and also this year he's just taking his rebounding to another level. So as soon as those assists catch up, everything else is catching up. But now they're winning games. So on top of already thinking he's good, we see him every night, so we're going to think he's good. But with the team having success, now it's going to be national. So now maybe we even trick ourselves into thinking maybe is he playing better? No, everyone's just talking about him.
You want to know something funny real quick, just to chime in? His assist, he's averaging half an assist less than he did last season. But if you do it per minute or per 36 minutes, it's only 0.2. And if you do it per 100 possessions, same thing. It's 0.2 per 100 possessions, which basically means he's averaging the same number of assists as he was last year. And if you remember, he started the year with 15 assists, 17 assists, 10 assists, whatever. He had that hot start. So Jokic didn't have that hot start. In fact, it was a cold start assist-wise this year, but he's already back up to last year's assist number sneakily. That's pretty crazy.
And he's also throwing the ball to, Monte Morris and Will Barton and James Ennis instead of Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray.
Right. Encore, Eric.
Nikola Jokic has been so quietly dominant over the last month. There's one game that he really, really erupted. It was that 50-point game where he really just went absolutely ham in the fourth quarter, was calling ISOs, calling his own number. We've not seen a lot of games like that, and we know that he has it in him. I anticipate that we just now understand what the floor is, and the floor is already generational greatness.
Right.
But we know that he has even more above that. It just really comes down to what he feels like he has to give at any point in time and what he feels like the team requires of him. And
right.
It's just, when you watch this guy every game and you talk about him every day, it's hard to really contextualize the level of greatness that we are being served up. And it's not just his skill. It's not just his team building. It's not just his attitude. It's not just his leadership. It's just the culmination of everything that is Nikola Jokic. It just all hinges on the fact that what do you want to do, man? And he has that in him to be even better. So I would not be the least bit surprised if all of his stats go up by, even a substantial amount in 1 month's time, because it really just does this guy want to do it?
Well, you mentioned something there that it's what the team needs of him. That's what he provides. But is it possible that in the month of February they need a little bit less from him? They do have. It's funny. We just looked it up. They still have more road games or
somehow
something like that. It's not until March. If you go from March 1st to the end, they have then 2 times the amount of home games as road. So even though the schedule does get easier in February, it doesn't fully. The real easy part comes in March. But do you think it's possible they'll need less from him?
Frankly, I hope so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like having to rely on Jokic so heavily. We've seen him be as dominant as you can be in the league, and we watched him slowly get worn down as the year went on last year, even when he was the unquestionable MVP. So I'm hoping that everybody else kind of steps up, and it's not incumbent on Jokic to be just Godzilla every night, but he can certainly do it.
The other thing you get here, the Nuggets do have 4 back-to-backs in the month of February, but they also have the All-Star break. So it's a weird, February is always a really weird month, honestly. It's probably the least predictive month of the year in terms of you got to be peaking at this point. But nonetheless, I don't know. Yeah. So I will say this, Harrison, as he was talking, it made me think, if we could teleport ourselves from the year 2018 into just watching that Pelicans game the other day, 29-13-10, good game, but it just was one of many, I think we'd all be like, why aren't you guys screaming?
Yeah.
We've become so sensitive to his greatness that what he does now, you're like, oh my God, this guy's so much better.
It's freaking crazy. Kind of to D-Line's point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see defenses try to switch up how they're guarding Jokic over the next month. Did you hear what Drew Holiday and Giannis and Chris Middleton said after the Bucks game? How they disagreed with Budenholzer's strategy of guarding Jokic?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I'm kind of predicting that maybe we see a little bit of a switch back to teams playing him more one-on-one than they are right now, just to try something different, because obviously what teams are throwing at Jokic and the Nuggets now isn't slowing them down. So I'm actually predicting that we're going to see a little bit of a shift back to teams playing him one-on-one. That's going to lead to more 30, 40-point games. I mean, I wonder if he averages 30 points per game in this next month.
Maybe. I mean, look, it is funny. I did see that, and there's some validity to it. Like the Bucks have their system, and the Nuggets made shots. But I agree with you. Who are they having guarding him? Wes Matthews? I mean, you didn't want to put Giannis on him. Like Giannis, this is what's so great about Jokic. Giannis is one of the best defenders in the NBA and a matchup nightmare. But that's one guy that it's like, yeah, that doesn't work against this dude. And so that's what's funny about it is I understand those players saying we should have done something different, but at the same time, it just would have gone the same way differently.
Done what? Like what? It's like
they're missing a center. They had nobody to guard him, and also Drew Holiday. It makes sense. He was on him. He's like, I can't guard a center. I should not be guarding a center.
Yeah, Drew Holiday's like, what are we doing here? Like, why am I getting beat up this whole game?
He probably was so frustrated that it just made everyone else like,
I'm looking real bad right now.
But I'm telling you, man, in 2013, LeBron's year, because I followed LeBron's year obviously very closely, as most people did. That was the year that the Spurs were like, we're going to sag off you and make you shoot off the dribble, pull up jumpers. And it was tough. They barely won that series, but kind of by a miracle. But it was his final check where it's like, that's the one. I have no holes in my game except for this one. It's not even a hole. It's just that it's not my preferred thing. I feel like Jokic is sort of in that zone right now, though, where it's like, he's got things he would rather do and rather not do, but he kind of has an answer for everything. So you just got to hope that you pick the thing that team collectively is going to be off on.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I feel about it. So for an encore, I'm excited to find out. I'm very excited. The Nuggets as a team, I feel, are in a groove. Jokic himself is in a groove. I can't wait for it. The dunk contest is out.
oh, finally.
What's the corporate sponsor for the dunk contest?
Oh, man, we gotta look it up.
DNBA. The DNBA dunk
It
contest.
is the DNBA dunk contest. We've got Jalen Green. Man, I had it up here a second ago. Do you have these in front of you, Win, by chance? I got Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets. He actually gets up. Man, that guy is a very good in-game dunker, man. He is, oh my God, he is a rocket ship.
In addition to being my least favorite young player.
Yeah, not wrong there. Cole Anthony, who I had no idea was a dunk contest. Like, this is a very...
You can get up.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever seen a Cole Anthony dunk? Like, think of it. Picture it.
No.
Me
I mean,
neither.
I haven't
How do
seen
you
a lot
know
of
he can get
Magic
up?
players play basketball
Why
this year,
did you say he could get
He
up?
won like his like
Because
he's won a dunk contest before.
yeah,
They just show
I've
those
won a
type of
dunk
highlights.
contest before.
Oh man,
I think I remember a Cole Anthony dunk at North Carolina, not with the Magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
all
I
things
just,
are young, like when he was in college.
you got Juan Toscano Anderson, which again another
that
guy.
one is a shocker for me.
Well, I actually thought that was a shocker. Then I looked at some of his dunks.
He has some pretty
on
good
YouTube.
ones.
He's got some nasty ones.
He's got some.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that you did some research. And then Obi Toppin, who I really love. I wish Obi Toppin was on the Nuggets. Not like I'm like super high on like they
Yeah?
fit. I would just like to see it. He's got a motor, man. He plays hard.
I'm not there.
He's not very skilled.
No, he's
But
not.
he runs really. I just love how hard he plays. I feel like he would be. He's a guy that you just tell what to do. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at 100%.
I guess. Yeah, now that you don't have to like take the bullet of drafting him in the lottery,
Of
you
course,
want him on your team.
I wish he was the 45th pick for Denver. That
Exactly.
we're like, hey, there's something here. But here's the thing, guys. Jalen Green by far the biggest name here. Obi Toppin, Juan Toscano Anderson, Cole Anthony. I'm kind of bummed.
I know there's the NBA over the last like 10 years is like shift. It used to be like where the stars would go, the dunk contest, and now it's gotten like lesser and lesser and lesser. And now it's like the stars won't. LeBron James has never been in a dunk contest. Michael Jordan like became a household name via the dunk contest.
LeBron might have killed the dunk contest. It might be his fault.
It is his
It
fault.
is his fault.
Every ill of the NBA is
It really
LeBron's
is. It really is.
Everything's his fault.
Zion should be in it too. I mean, obviously not now, but
No.
yeah, he'll probably never do one too. I don't know. I'm bummed. I mean, I think Jalen Green wins this one. He's the one guy that at least has some star power. Do you have a horse in this race, Dev?
Obi Toppin, didn't he win it last year?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's
That's how
the reigning
memorable it
champ,
was.
and also he dunks in the game.
He does.
We've seen him go through the
Yep,
legs
that's
in
right.
the middle of like games, like college and in the
He's a big
NBA.
funk
He
dunk.
really doesn't care. Like he's a grasshopper. So I'm gonna go with that guy again.
Wait, this says Anthony Simons won it? I have no recollection of
Oh no,
that.
he was in it. I remember him being in.
I have zero recollection
I
of
have
that.
zero
This is the
recollection. That's the
problem.
problem with the dunk contest. That's why it's dead.
I didn't even know
I don't
Anthony
really-
Simons
People are
could
like,
dunk.
you're out of dunks or
He
whatever.
can
but
dunk, Simon?
The thing is, it's really it's the same with the 3-point contest. It's not about like, are they going to set the record? It's like, I want to see somebody gun for Steph. I want to see the names in there.
I know.
It's the same with the dunk contest. Like, a lot of dudes can do good dunks. Yes, it's fun when you get a young upstart guy who really can jump really well. But more than anything, you want to see like big name play people go at it, even if they're
Right.
big name young people, the way Aaron Gordon, not an all-star or whatever, but everybody knew this was like a lottery pick, what have you,
Do we have any of those guys in the league right now though?
that you would really want to see. I mean, Zion,
that's like a
Zion is the
star.
guy that
Yeah,
you would
he's
love to see.
Zion.
Ja Morant.
Anthony Edwards.
John Morant,
Anthony
John Morant
Edwards
definitely-
would be
Anthony
good.
Edwards would be good. Yeah,
Would it
like
be dope
those names.
if AG won it as the Nuggets or with the Nuggets? He
Yeah, that
wasn't-
would be dope.
Wasn't able to get over the hump
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
but
Magic.
what
He
if he
should have
got-
done it this year.
What
Like,
if he
he's
got
gonna beat
another
them.
49 though? That'd be a little
my
awkward.
God, it would be so lame. He should have done it this year. He would have won it for
Change
sure.
his number to
I mean,
49.
even Zach LaVine, like he's like another example of a guy that is now a star, but he got to go do this thing. So I'm a little disappointed. And then also Bones Hyland didn't make the rookie team, the Clorox Bleach rookie sophomore G League team.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I hate to say this. I think it's fair, not
No
because
surprise.
it's the talent, but just because he didn't get the minutes, the requisite minutes.
You look at the guys who made the team,
a
and
good
you're
team.
like, I don't think he's better than any of these guys, or has done
true.
anything more than these guys to deserve it this year.
The only guy I was looking at, maybe you could make a case for a Suggs, who hasn't had a good year, but he just plays like. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Prior to getting injured, he plays a lot. So, unfortunately, it's kind of the way it is. But here's my prediction, guys. He makes it next year.
He makes it next year as a sophomore.
And I don't think it's close. I think it's like clearly makes it next year, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
I could see it. I mean, he'll be in the rotation, you would think.
Did Yoke make the
Full-time
rookie
next
sophomore
year?
game? Do you guys remember? I don't know if he
I
did.
think he did, yeah.
He did make
Yeah,
it?
there was.
think
Remember
he
Or
that
did he make
photo?
it the second year?
Oh, I don't know, but there was that photo with he, Moutier, and Jamal all in New Orleans playing
Oh, yeah.
brass instruments.
What was Moutier there for?
I
Did he
think
make
that-
the team?
I think he bought a
Just
ticket.
like get
and
an
watched it.
appearance fee.
No, I think he was like in the skills challenge.
Yeah, or something.
Moutier was in the skills.
I really
challenge?
do think
That was
so.
a mistake.
Wow.
He's a very skilled player.
We're sitting here being really mean to Emmanuel Moutier in a way I'm uncomfortable with. I think he'll make it next year.
Yep.
Bones is good. He's starting to get his opportunity. He's a key to tonight's game. I'm very excited and very curious to see what the minute distribution looks like there. So it should be fun. All right, Dev, it's that time. We got a couple super chats. 2 super chats to hit. Thank you, Kale. Svetoslav says Nuggets 6 or 6 on the road trip. Yoke MVP. Serbia loves you.
We love
We
you,
love
Serbia.
Serbia. We're coming in August. It's already a thing. Dev, I hope you've already getting the time off, man.
What if we proclaim that we love Serbia and then we go and we're like, we don't like it?
We're like, wow, our whole stripper was like, we hate Serbia. Oh, who would have thought of weather?
That's the takeaway.
The only way I could hate is if we actually start the international incident that we were talking about last week. Like, that's on the table.
Our trip is going to be epic. I cannot wait. We're gonna go. We're gonna get to touch the Larry O'Brien Trophy, which
I'm
will
gonna
be
eat-
Jokic's home of Sombor.
I'm going to eat McDonald's in every city in
Oh my
Serbia.
god, it's gonna be the worst. All right.
You better invite us over.
Oh, we
too.
got another one. Joseph says, if you're not watching Serbian Corner, are you really living your best Nug life? Of course you're not. Serbian
You're not.
Corner with the homie Miroslav and Voya, which we do every single weekend. This one's going to be on Saturday, this next upcoming one. They always do a nice job giving some cool stories, cool perspective. So you want to check it out. It's a new addition to this DMVR Nuggets podcast.
NCU.
The NCU. All right, let's make some money, DraftKings.
It's time to make that money.
Make that bread.
So the Nuggets come into the game as 1.5 point underdogs, which is a bit shocking because they started the game as that is a horrible first lineup. So just looking at it, I'm gonna just lock it in right now. The Nuggets are gonna win this game.
Really?
This is a win.
This is a win.
Patrick Beverly is their starting point guard who
I think-
hasn't played in a very long time. Jaden McDaniels is not going to have a game like he had. Like, I just don't see it happening.
And
We're
you
going to
know-
lock it in. Nuggets are going to win this game.
That's
and
the lock?
think that they have a lot to play for.
Wow.
This
All
was
right.
this started at Nuggets as 4-point underdogs, but Jokic, was ruled in.
2.5
so that
points,
changed.
huh?
So yeah. So
That's wild.
that's good. I mean, just to know he means that much to the team.
I would have guessed he means like 100 points, but okay.
Yeah. Taking a look over at the props, this is a game that they have Jokic's points just too low, 25.5. Like, I think he's going to destroy Karl Anthony Towns. Also, Towns really does think that he can guard Jokic, so this is one of the teams that they do try to match him up with one-on-one.
Right.
Okay.
For whatever reason, it's just not a good idea. He's going to score 25 points. You could put it in as a parlay. But he's going to score. He's going to score the basketball. So you might as well throw in the points, rebounds, and assists, because if he's going to be motivated on scoring, he's going to be motivated to rebound also. I also think he's going to get to the free throw line. So points are going to come easy.
Okay.
For the guys that are going to help him in the game, I just feel like we're just going to ride Aaron Gordon. I really do think that he's been doing like really well. We're going to do points, rebounds, and assists for him.
Okay.
He's been shooting the ball pretty well. He's actually open on a lot of shots. If you put Jokic on ISO, he's going to destroy Towns. They're going to try to shift. There goes Aaron Gordon. So you'll see those dump off dunks. So Aaron Gordon points. We're going to put our points, rebounds, and assists. We're going to lock that in as well.
Woo.
Is there anything else that we really like? I think this is a Jokic night.
I've got a couple SGPs.
Oh, yeah, I need one.
I
will
We
tell
have
you,
that deal.
first and foremost,
Mr. DNVR bets. With
There
some
is a
SGPs.
bonus today, plus 25% profit bonus
There's two
for a same game parlay for this game specifically. You got to opt it in. It's on the home screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good for all same game parlays, at least 3 legs. Earlier when I did the bet show, as Adam alluded to, we didn't know if Jokic was going to be in or not. So
Right.
I made all of my bets assuming he was out. But I still think this one will probably hit. I had Will Barton with 3-pointers made 2+. My thought was that when Jokic was out, Will would just go crazy.
Oh, Jerry, you standing by it?
I mean, I already bet it.
know.
I just made you know what? I just made another one that I feel
Okay.
better about. So I have Nikola Jokic 3-pointers made 2+.
Really?
Yes. So Karl Anthony Towns is one of the matchups he has where he tries to draw him out of the paint.
All right.
They always shoot. Both of them always shoot 3-pointers when they play. Nikola Jokic over 11.5 rebounds, and Jared Vanderbilt over 8.5 rebounds.
We're going Jared Vanderbilt. I don't do this on parlay. You know this.
So
you know
Aaron
this.
Gordon threes at just 1+. You could just throw it.
Yeah,
in
I had
as
that in my
SGP.
other one. I had that in my other one.
He's shooting them.
Yep.
Of what?
Just one 3-pointer made
Yep.
for Aaron Gordon.
You think he's going to make one?
He has been. He always does now.
I gave out his 3-pointers on bets over 1.5.
All right. I like it. My little parlay here, plus 230. I did Jokic 10.5 rebounds. Aaron Gordon 1-3. Jokic 2+3s made for Jokic.
Yeah, baby.
All righty. I'm locking it in. I'm taking your word for it.
Did you get the boost?
I don't get a boost.
Well, you then
I don't know why I couldn't find it. It's not on there. It's not on the screen.
unbelievable.
It is
Absolutely
unbelievable. But you know what? I still like my money here, so I'm going to take it.
Let's go.
I'm excited for it. This should be a fun one. I'm telling you, they opened up. I'm feeling good about the Nuggets, but Jokic might not play. When you get that news, when Michael Malone sits down, sometimes he's like, "Well, it's a game time decision." And you're like, He
Let's
came
just
down
cut
right
to
away.
the
Said,
chase.
"Jokes in." I'm like, ah.
That was the sound of you opening DraftKings.
That's exactly what it is. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button on the way out, and we'll see you guys in the post game lounge.